Hello, Cancer, and welcome to your September forecast. And yes, things are slow. We have more retrogrades, right? Now in August, Uranus also turned retrogrades. That's 5 retrogrades. And in towards the end of September, Mercury is going to go retrograde, giving us 6 retrogrades, okay? Yeah, so things can be a little slow, like moving through mud. I hear that from a lot of you and the frustrations, but don't let it frustrate you. Use this, Cancerians, to your advantage. What is it doing? It's actually giving you a little bit more downtime, to have a little bit more me time, right? Do what you have to do as far as, of course, your work, your career, home-related projects will always be there. But in the other side of that, it's like, take your time to be creative. Go meditate or go in the pool or something that can really inspire you. And while you're listening, and that's what this is all about too, while we're listening internally, we're also downloading a lot of information from above, channeling more information. And you're a sign that is so intuitive, right? So in that space, you could really come in touch with a lot of things that I feel could be super, super important to you emotionally. We have the sun, we got the new moon, and we got Mars in the 3rd house for your communication. So when you're already now really hooked up into the retrograde internal listening, yes, you can communicate some of this. And I feel that with the wisdom that you have, Cancer, some of this can then be shared with others, okay? You're going to be interacting when it comes to communication, which is really, really important, I think. And so Mars is going to be very active in wanting to reach out to friends, maybe out of town, because the 3rd house is also travel. Not necessarily long travel, long distance, but it could be a day trip. Road trips are always really nice and invigorating. And Mars wants to rev up the engines of excitement too. So I feel, there's healing in that. It is in the sign of Virgo, and Virgo is very, very health conscious, right? But also to organize things around you. Virgo is really, really good for that. So having both the sun and Mars there, hey, you can get a lot done because Mars is behind you, amping up those engines. Plus, the new moon is here on September 7th. So what is good about that, having the new moon and our date for setting intentions? Well, it should be all in this area. What you're now feeling and experiencing and bringing out, you should tell the universe, well, I want more of that, right? More of this energy, because then that can follow you for a whole year until the new moon comes back around into this area. Venus is in the 4th house, which has to do with home, family, and so forth. Venus is also all about love and beauty. So you might be putting more energy into your home, rearranging things, sometimes just changing the furniture around gives a new feeling of new feng shui. And then we feel revitalized, don't we? Right? Or just changing the artwork around on the walls, that kind of thing. But it's also more interaction with family and family members. You might have reunions here this month. So just be careful. We still might have to wear our masks, right? So we want to be safe. We have Mercury go retrograde for 3.5 weeks. That will be September 27th to October 19th. So this is going to be in the area of your 4th house and your home. So that's adding to the other existing 5 retrogrades, making it 6. All right. But all of you know now just how Mercury retrograde works. It's a little different from those outer planets, right? And this has to do with our communication. We don't want to have miscommunications. If you have something really important that you need to share with somebody, and especially family members, since it's the 4th house, make sure they hear what you're saying. Right? Sometimes our communication gets a little muddled or somebody's not really listening. So if it's something important, have them repeat it, so you can validate that that's there. And Inky, I'll open that door in just a moment. right? So we have the full moon that is on September 20th. It's going to be in your ninth house for long distance travel, but also for research and studying, asking the right questions to the universe. The ninth house is actually very, very spiritual, where we put out all those questions, right? And then we dive in to find the answers we're looking for. So something here could be illuminated for you. It's also about teaching or learning something. You might find a class that you'd love to sign up for. Hey, go for it, right? The full moon is showing you exactly where that path can be. So that's pretty much the short and the skinny. Do tune in here in August. Just for the month of August, I'll be uploading today's horoscopes. Just those little 1-minute shorts. They're called shorts. Just so you can wake up, have your morning coffee, get a little insight of today's navigation. When everything else seems to be slow, we still have the movements of the sun and the moon, Mercury, Venus, and Mars, right? So if this is good, we'll continue into autumn doing our daily today's horoscopes, right? So if you want to get them, just subscribe so they show up, or you could just look at that shorts shelf. It's like those little TikToks now that YouTube is doing, and you'll see me there. And then I'll see you next month. Bye now, Cancer. Have a good one.